This is just a quick video about one of my experiences listening to the BBC World News, and where I actually really understood what does it mean to create confusion about a certain topic and making the listener do not know which side they need to take or what should they conclude from listening to the show. I was on my way home and the BBC World News was just playing, and then a representative was actually, from what I understood, near the Rafah border. The representative asked him, "Where are you?" Like a very simple question he could answer. But for nearly 10 times he was repeating, "We're now in Israel, we're now near the Egyptian border, we're near the Rafah border, or in the Rafah border." And then he perceives, "Now we're in Israel, the weather is windy," a bunch of bullshit that does not even give the real view and the real issue and importance. Like, you could have just speak about what's happening, and then you just start talking about the weather and, oh, we're in Israel now and they have some sort of celebration these 2 days, so they're not going to be working. This wasn't even the topic of the show. Like, they should have been talking about what's happening in Gaza and the current assault on Gaza, but he perceives to speak about Israel, and we're here and there's celebration. And when I told you and when I tell you it's a bunch of bullshit, it's a bunch of bullshit. Time wasting. And then, like, the representative just asked him, what do you see right now? And he just said, there is 4 food trucks entering, but I don't know why they are not entering through Israeli checkpoints. But they are ready and they're looking for them, and I don't know why they are not entering through the Israeli checkpoints, and they are mainly going to be distributed to the people straight away. I think it is actually controlled by a humanitarian organization there, but it's not through the food distribution points, which a lot of you would have actually seen that these food distribution points controlled by Israel and the US Army are actually a death distribution, not just food distribution, because they, at any given point, they could open fire on people who are desperately starved and need some food for them and for their families and need milk for their babies. Do not forget that. And then he just said, but Israelis will be celebrating these next 2 days, and I don't know what will happen. And the amount of biased and weird people you hear, like, you're talking about some people celebrating while they are starving the whole population, while they killed nearly 400,000 people. Because of them, 21,000 children are missing, while all of the homes are destroyed. The people who actually caused this apocalypse in Gaza, I really cannot stand the amount of hate towards how biased the BBC is. And then he just say they should have gone through the Israeli checkpoints, they should have gone through the food distribution points, without mentioning what's happening in the food distribution points. He never mentions that the IOF and the US Army opened fire on Palestinian people. And he doesn't even mention the fact that Israel is actually mixing oxycodone with the flour they give to the Palestinian people, which is a highly addictive drug, to destroy the rest of the health they have. It is actually insane when you hear people talking about these things without even telling the real issue. And just the last, blood boiling thing, he said, I'm just looking and there's some kind of black smoke coming from a building. I think it's some sort of explosion. This was the end for me. I was really angry and really sad for the people who are dying on the same planet we live in. They are actually being killed and murdered. And here is the media that should be a public media that is working for people, and then they just talk like that. They don't even talk about the struggles of the normal people. They don't even mention that they are being killed. Why do you, I just cannot understand, saying a black smoke without saying that Israel bombed these buildings. Israel bombed the building, threw a bomb on people to kill them. And this is how they report. I don't know if they actually have learned reporting, or at this point I would just say that these media channels like the BBC aren't working for people or working to tell the realities. They're working to brainwash people and to manipulate people. This is it. And to create confusion around the real issues in this world. And believe me, when I heard this, this whole show, I haven't finished it, because if I did, I would lose my mind, seriously. But the few minutes I heard it, if I didn't know the issue of Gaza, I wouldn't be able to understand anything about it from listening to the BBC and similar channels like the BBC. They just create confusion and they celebrate the death of people. And I just want to note, this reporter and the representative and all of these people who are covering up for what Israel is doing and trying to make it look normal and trying to push the genocidal culture as it is a normal thing, like people celebrating while other people are being mass slaughtered, is insane. And I just want to ask these people, how do you feel? Like, your words are causing the death of children and babies, and you are speaking about 4-8 drugs to 1,800,000 people, and almost half of them children. You are talking about 65,000 babies are in urgent need of baby formula. And with your words, you are helping in the killing of these children and these babies. This is what you do, BBC presenters. That is what you are doing.